Hey everyone, welcome back to .hackgu. This is some type of artist, and we're coming immediately after the previous cutscene from the last time. Sayo got his butt kicked by a couple people pretending to be his friend when he first started playing the game. And now it's 8 months later, and like the person that quote unquote saved us before, he's just watching other people get killed.
Please help me.
And I love how we're like in this lawless desert. It's so edgy. Like how he laughs about that. He's laughing because of what he's about to do, but it always just feels like he's laughing
What an idiot.
because other players just got killed. I don't know. He's just really. But, as much shit as I'm gonna give Haseo, like, this is probably one of his more badass moments. Just, like, strolls on up and he's like, hey. He just, like, kicks him in the back.
The terror of It's Haseo, the PKK!
Oh my god.
What?
What's cooler than bullying other people? Bullying the bullies. So, Haseo is now kind of a badass that has a really dorky sounding title, The Terror of Death, which I'll explain all that after this is over. Yeah, and Sayo's just not limited to his twin blades now. He's got kind of like an arsenal of weapons. His character class isn't exactly twin blade, it's what they call an adept rogue, and basically it's like he'll have weaker stats than other classes, but he can equip different types of weapons and learn different types of skills, so he's not just like associated with one job. Which I think is cool. I think it, like... I love the chainsaw. I really do. I love the chainsaw so much. What? What was I saying? I don't know. I like how you can use different weapons and skills in this one. I think something even cooler would be is if you could actually choose which classes you want yourself, but I can understand why that might be a little too complicated.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be that strong. I guess this means that the rumor about you killing 100 PKers wasn't a lie after all.
God, we're
Hey,
such a badass
come on,
now.
don't look at me like that. Here, let me apologize. So just take it easy, calm down, and die!
Did you think with all your heart that would work?
Do you know Tri-Edge?
What did you say?
What did you
He's
say?
a legendary PK shrouded in blue
The way
fog.
she says that
They say
line
players
always...
that get killed
I
by
don't
him
know.
never come back to the game.
Huh? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you actually believe that crap. Those old forum fairy tales. So, you think you can go up against me, the Great Bordeaux, and just walk away like nothing happened?
And because it's an online game with no blood, it's fun. It's fine that we can just hold this chainsaw to a person's throat.
Yeah, I think I can.
Oh, yeah. If I haven't mentioned it yet, and I don't think I did, the GU games are episodic games. There's 3 games in this series, and there's hardly any difference in gameplay between them. It's not like they're sequels, it's literally like a volume 1, 2, and 3 situation. I like that we have some other shots of this root town, Mac Anu, because we don't really get to see different angles too much with it. Oh, Jesus.
So it's you, the character that stinks of death.
Oh my god.
The terror of death. You're the PKK. Haseo.
Do you talk to many people so dramatically?
Players who kill other players are disgraceful. And I agree it's terrible how PKs can just strut around the world so easily these days. But is it right that you PKKs have chosen to use brute force to stop them?
I don't have time for this. Not now.
You have no authority, and it earns you nothing. So why? I am the leader of Moontree's Unit 2. My friends call me Sakaki, and I'm afraid I cannot overlook your actions.
Did you say Moontree?
What are you, the
What's
police?
that? The name of a guild? Sorry, Sakaki.
Silly
I've
guilds.
already got enough friends. Thanks.
No, you don't, Haseo. You don't have any friends.
Do you always interrupt people like that? You know, Sakaki wasn't finished talking to you yet.
Shino.
Atali, do you know this person?
No?
Atali.
It's not unusual to meet players with similar characters in an online game like this. Just a case of mistaken identity.
Hey, you. Why don't you just... Huh? A text message. Delta Hidden Forbidden Waterfall. Waiting at RK Keln. But who sent it?
How would you not know who sent it?
Ovan.
And then Ovan's gotta be like, I can't just approach you and tell you this. I've gotta play the mysterious card. So the scene before,
Hold on a moment.
that girl Atali, and then the girl in the flashback. It might be hard to
Like a complete fool.
notice, but they're two different characters. They just have like
If you succeed,
the same
you'll be
character
no
model,
different
but
from
they're
the
palette
PKs
swaps.
themselves.
And that girl that he mistook Atali for was someone that he got to know in the time skip that we never get to see any real kind of interaction with, except like a couple of minor times in this game. So you just kind of have to like know, like, hey, this other girl was a girl he liked, and now she's not around, and now it pisses him off when he sees that girl that looks like her. And whatever.
Ovan.
Maybe Ovan will explain it for us here. I was gonna turn around so dramatically with this giant weird arm.
It's been a long time, Haseo. Or maybe I should call you the Terror of Death.
No, please don't.
You've gotten quite strong. A lot stronger than you were back then.
Well, I was forced to become stronger. Thanks to you.
Man,
You. Where have you been?
I had
Haseo.
so
always
many
been
fantasies about saying
I
that
knew I
line
could count on
to
you.
somebody that had kind of ditched me in my
Twilight
life,
Brigade
and
broke up.
jeez, it's so...
Why didn't you come
Ugh,
back? What have
Jesus.
you been doing the last 6
I was
months?
busy. It was such a small seed. I needed to find out what was growing
Oh,
inside.
Ovan likes to talk in metaphors
And there
too.
was only one way to find out. That's why I decided to raise it.
You raised it? What are you talking about, Ovan?
I'm speaking figuratively.
When you suddenly disappeared, we all just... Why did you disappear like that? After that, Shino...
I gotta say, in the cutscenes, this
Haseo,
game
do you
looks
want to know about
beautiful.
Triad?
Like,
Wait, you know Triad?
for the anime aesthetic, Dot Hack GU
6 months now,
probably is
and
like
Shino hasn't come
the
back to
best with its
world since
cutscenes. It
Triad
makes it
killed her.
look the most like a 3D anime, and
Meanwhile,
it
the
still
real
looks
life
really
Shino
good.
is lying in a coma, and no one seems to know
I
the
can't
reason
say
why.
the same for the regular character
not a
models.
normal
Not that they're
PK.
bad, but looking at cutscenes like this, I really
About
have to
Shino.
be like,
Yes.
damn, I
but
really
that's
wish the
all that I
whole
know.
game looked like this.
But if you were able to find Triage, you might learn something about Shino's coma. You may also learn more about what really happened that day. were somehow able to defeat Triage.
Then maybe Shino would come out of the coma.
If my information is correct,
So since I rudely talked over all this,
the scene
basically Ovan is telling
Shino
Haseo that
You mean
this player called Triage
shelter
PK'd
hidden
his
forbidden holy
love
ground,
interest Shino,
the place
and
where Shino was
Shino
killed.
is in a mysterious coma because of that. And yes, that is ridiculous. But you know, just accept it
yes,
at face
finally.
value for now.
I'll get my
And
chance.
Haseo's
I swear I'll bring
the
Shino
main
back.
reason he wants to
I'll
be
do
so
it, Ovan.
powerful now,
Yes.
not only to like,
You and I, we're the only ones who could
you know,
possibly bring her
bring
back.
his own form of justice on the world, but he thinks he's gonna bring back Shino. And there's some other people in comas too,
I'll
because
meet you at the holy ground.
that's like a running theme with this
There are some
online game. If you
things
play
you
the
must
game,
do.
then you'll fall into a coma for whatever stupid reason there is. But now Ovan is telling him a place where Triage is supposed to show up. And this cutscene here is probably... No, it is my favorite cutscene in the whole series. One, Haseo gets
You
beat
will be
up,
back.
so that's always fun. He may not act completely obnoxious now, but he'll have his more of his moments as the game goes on. So seeing his ass get kicked, especially after he kicks so much ass himself, is pretty satisfying to me. But second is the character that's about to show up, because it's like a patchwork nega version of the protagonist from the first Dot Hack series, and I always thought that was really cool. I think he's definitely the coolest looking character in this series. And when I first saw him, like all those years ago when I first played this game, I was just like fanboying so hard about it. So this is like one of the only times I'll get to see Haseo interact with Shino.
They say there used to be a statue of a girl here.
And this place was also in the first Dot Hack games, so she's referencing the statue of
That's right.
one of the
It
characters
was called Aura.
from back then.
I wonder, why'd she disappear?
Who knows? Maybe she just lost her interest. Lost hope for this world.
It's almost like a metaphor for loving the first series and accepting what happened in the second series. Oh shit! This
Triage?
ridiculous, like, three-bladed twin blade weapon he has. Like, I have no idea how that kind of weapon exists. It's whatever, man. Just go with it. I love how he's like literally only moving his one arm to defend. It's like Haseo is just like nothing to him, and I love it. Boom. I think it would have been cool if all of those chainsaw blades like clipped and flew off as Triage was guarding this, but whatever. It's awesome. He's like, he puts away his weapons. He's like, we're done here.
What the hell? What the hell are you?
Oh, I love how he just like looks down on him.
This guy killed Shino. It's not over yet.
She's not dead, dude. Stop saying she was killed. Yeah, when I saw this part in the trailer for this game, it was like, it's like, oh my god, it's Data Drain! That was in the first game! It's so cool! Why is Kite evil now? Like a bitch. So that move Trias just used was it was the same data drain skill from the first games, which allowed you to hack monster data and do a variety of different things. So basically, Haseo's character here has been hacked or corrupted or something like that, and the badass he has become, now he's back to being a level 1 jerkwad. And yeah, I guess we'll find out more about the repercussions of that in the next one. So I'll see you for part 3.